Hello, and thanks for watching this video. This is Tim from thebuttonsmashers.com, and I am here with Q. Say hello, Q.
Hi, I have my neighbor's kids crying in the background, but...
Hello, neighbors in the background. We don't care about you. We care about what I saw at PAX. And what is PAX, you ask? It is one of the best gaming conventions in the world, started in Seattle, Washington. I had the pleasure of attending and seeing the Darksiders 3 demo. And that Darksiders 3, just a quick introduction, it's a game originally developed by THQ and Vigil Games. When THQ went away, THQ Nordic bought the rights, and Gunfire Games, which is the developers made up of a lot of the original developers from Vigil, have continued the series, which we were so excited about, made another video about, which you can look up.
Yep.
So we're talking about Darksiders, and Darksiders 3 features Fury. So what do you know about Fury to begin with?
Well, they have redesigned her character from the initial character. Those of you who've read the comic books knows that she looks a lot different than she looks now in this new game. She's the sister of well, she's the female horseman of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, and she is like supposed to be like really, really badass and cool, and has a whip and long hair. And personality-wise, she's got a bit of spunk to her, but...
I mean, her name's Fury. You figure she's going to be kind of spicy.
Yes, she's got to be spicy, indeed. I think she's kind of in between... Personality-wise, I think she's kind of in between that and Strife.
Okay.
And but I think she likes to she's sort of like trying to do her own thing, but still not, I guess.
Yeah, so like she said, she's one of the 4 horsemen, and in this game she is set out to defeat the 7 deadly sins by the Charred Council, and the Watcher is along with her, which I think was in previous games.
No, it's not the same Watcher.
And
there are a bunch of them.
A different Watcher then?
Yeah.
This one is pretty obsequious. I remember the other ones being like sarcastic and kind of rude. This one's pretty obsequious in the demo, at least. And in the demo I played, you're fighting Envy, which is the first of the 7 deadly sins. So let's talk about the gameplay that I got to experience. Were you surprised when you watched it, or is it more or less what you were expecting?
Well, I did watch a lot of gameplay, like a lot of gameplay footage, because the minute you told me you were like, when I knew you were playing it, and I was just, you know, hating myself for not being there with you for, you know, emotional support and all that kind of good stuff. Basically, I was looking at as much footage as I could, just trying to catch up on what I missed and what I didn't know yet, and all that kind of stuff. And it looks a lot better than the last footage that we saw. Like the last footage we saw, when we saw the initial footage for the game, I remember like
it was pretty early in development then, so
it was.
So I played the demo, and there was no glitching or like it was all smooth and it worked really good. Maybe the only exception, this happens in a lot of third-person action games though, is like when there's jumping on platforms. Just because you're in a 3D space, it can be a little bit awkward, but it wasn't terrible.
That's good.
So like I said, it's a third-person action game. She moves really light and agile, closer to like death moves than war.
Yeah.
She's very fluid. Her weapon's a blade whip.
Yep.
And in the demo I played, there wasn't any accessory weapons, which I was bummed about. And I'm almost sure she gets some, right?
They always do. I think there's a point that I saw in some one of the demo footage where she had a big sword that she could use, that she picked up somewhere in the stages.
I didn't get to play with that.
Oh, and I think she also gets like a sort of like a blade that she can pelt, something that she can toss and it will fly around and then come back to her.
Yeah, I'm almost sure there will be other weapons you get to use.
Yeah.
There was a couple special attacks. If you dodge at just the right time, you get to unleash a special attack. And then there was a meter, I don't remember the name of it, but if you loaded it up all the way, you could push the shoulder buttons and do like a really powerful attack one time.
Man.
So there will be all sorts of gameplay mechanics by the time the actual game comes out, I'm sure.
There's a lot we didn't get to see yet.
Yeah, there was just a taste. The setting, like we said, is very similar as far as a post-apocalyptic like Earth. You know, there's charred cars, like all burnt out, and just the remnants of our Western civilization. The platforming I talked about briefly, but one thing that is kind of cool with her is she's got that blade whip, and she swings around like Indiana Jones. Like she like swings it out and like wraps it around a tree and then swings forward.
Mm-hmm.
So you can expect some longer jumps than probably the other characters.
Yep. I do hope that they really make a focus to set her apart from the other horsemen, because that felt so different from War. And other than that, not just like the feel, but his personality just was so different. Sure. And I really want to see that from Fury. I mean, we've only seen a couple cutscenes of her in action, mostly with the Watcher, the new Watcher. That's a bit different. So I'm hopeful that we get to really see Fury be Fury, you know?
So one thing that I noticed from the cosplay at the event there, there's different, I don't know what to call them, personas of Fury?
Hollows.
And I'm not sure exactly how that ties into the game. I'm sure it's a story element, like something happens, she splits up or has a different side to herself, or
it's different abilities she gets. There's a cutscene, one cutscene that they've shown so far. I think it was at the E3 demo. And basically what happened, I'll send you a link immediately after. You gotta see this, mate. There's basically this giant creature that she meets, and he's sort of like setting souls free, an angel and a demon soul set free. Because as you know, the story of Darksiders is that souls don't just vanish after they die, they just go back into the well of souls, and then they reborn into new souls that can go out and do stuff. So they just keep repeating the same things, basically. And he completely sets them free. And he meets Fury, and he tells her like she just doesn't know what she thinks she knows. You know, she thinks she thinks what she's doing at Child Council is everything, but there's a lot she doesn't know, which is a very common theme in the Darksiders games. Everyone keeps telling them, you guys don't know what you think you do.
I'm really wondering why the Child Council wants the seven deadly sins destroyed so much. I mean, the apocalypse has kind of already happened. The world is destroyed. Humanity's gone. What else could possibly go wrong, you know?
Yep.
Like the balance has already been offset. So I'm curious how the 7 deadly sins play into that.
They are a bit evil though, so I think you could.
Oh sure, but the Child Council doesn't care so much about good and evil. They care about balance.
They do care about balance indeed. I'm not quite sure it's precisely the reason why they want to get rid of Sin Season, and which is the reason why we'll play the game to figure it out in all of its entirety. But basically, Fury gets the hollows. She gets the first hollow, the flame one, from that blue, the giant blue thing. He gives her the flame hollow, and then she can turn into flames and use that to get through certain sections of the game. So I guess that's her unique thing in this game, is that she can take on different personas. I'm assuming she'll have an underwater persona because she has flames. Maybe she'll have something for ice or something, or I don't know.
Sure.
Should be interesting.
Yeah, this is like one of the things I wonder what will happen, and all sorts of little details, like what's her horse going to be named, silly things like that. But we will know all of these things very soon, because it's coming out 11/27/2018, November 27th. It's going to be out on Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and PC. There's going to be multiple editions. There's the standard, just the game. There's a collector's edition with a statue and an art book. There's the insane Apocalypse edition, what I wrote an article about, which gets you a bunch of statues, a bunch of stuff. And Q and I, of course, really want that version. So if you're listening, THQ Nordic, hook a brother up.
Hook two brothers up.
Absolutely. So yeah,
indeed.
I can't wait to play it. I don't know about you.
I've been counting the days. Like, I want Spider-Man right now, but I don't want to risk it, man. I need to make time for Darksiders. There's so many games I want to play for this time of the year, but Darksiders is on the top of that list. Nothing else comes close.
Well, soon our Darksiders dreams will come true.
Indeed.
All right, this is Tim.
And Q.
For thebuttonsmashers.com. Thanks for watching.